Welcome back, everybody, to Pirate Adventures. Where we last left off, you narrowly escaped a certain warlike encounter of the astral sea of Styjon, where seemingly some Githyanki raiders were attacking a Nautiloid. On your escape, you were but a few days away from the Wreckage, made your way there, and found it at last after this long and arduous journey. The Wreckage is before you. It is night time.
Do we complete a long rest?
No, because you're only a few days in. Haha! No. You can have a short rest if you want.
No.
Yeah, I'll have short rest.
Yeah, I need a short rest.
We're all really hurt though. I'm quite hurt. We're all
You've
uber
got
hurt.
fired.
I am in the infirmary. I don't know if I get anything from that. Tim.
Dom.
I can do a medicine check, or I can use some magic. Let me have a look.
I don't know. I'm spending it. Die.
No, I'm just using hit die.
I need it.
Reckon so cool.
I'm up to full though.
I
Just
already
in case
healed you
anything
down,
happens.
so I'm going to do a medicine check instead
Okay, go ahead.
to improve the healing.
What'd you get?
11.
Feels like you probably, if you don't have any magical power left, you probably want some herbs, maybe
Some mayo, perhaps?
Oh my
maybe
god.
even a healing kit.
Don't put that
Garlic
anywhere near
mayo?
Loris. Don't put that anywhere near Loris. He'll freak out.
You also.
He soaks the bandages in his garlic mayo.
God.
I will
Love that
look
it's
into
garlic
some
mayo.
herbs I can look into, I guess, so I can talk to Tiff. But that's for another time, I guess. Sorry, Alarias.
So herbs, and
I'll
then
short rest.
the other option is if you have healing potions. At this point, his body just needs to kind of rest.
Yeah, we're okay.
Hit
We're
die.
okay.
It's all good.
You may stay as long as you wish.
In the garlic
Much
mayo.
appreciated.
Here's got a whole barrel of it.
God. Awful.
It's been a few days. It is now nighttime. You are at the Wreckage. What's everybody doing?
At the Wreckage. Okay.
You are basically, it's there before you. The description I gave you before, which I can repeat if you wish. You are at the long dock. Is up ahead of you. It's up to you if you wanna.
So we're not docked yet.
You're not docked yet.
I think
Okay.
It's before you.
Yeah. I think Vaela would be pretty much like at the front of the ship, sort of on the top deck at the front, and just standing in awe, looking at the Wreckage. She never thought she'd ever, you know.
Sorry. Umbra's also going to go topside. He's got business in the Wreckage.
Yeah, for sure. Having a look at it.
You see the scene you saw before on the approach, the mesh and twisted form of multiple broken ends of ships built upon each other, the crow's nests that reach far beyond the sky, 300 feet into the air. And there is lamplight coming from the portholes of the multiple decks, so you know that someone is home, essentially. Yeah, you guys are on the top deck. Elizora, Alarias, what are you two doing?
Elizora just be pointing out stuff. That right there is that shit from it there, that shit from that there, that like gives off like oral history.
Back when that
Practically,
was
yeah.
that,
Some
and that
of
was
different
that,
ships.
and then you had that over there, and that used to be. Yeah, okay, cool. So,
Yeah, precisely.
can you roll a history check, please?
Starts
To
making
see
it
how
up.
that is.
Makes it up as it goes along.
She's doing that anyway.
That's 11.
11. Okay, so some of it's accurate, some of the names you get right, and some of them you don't. Old Man Benkins is like listening to you at the same time, and there's just a few where he gives a questioning glance, but he lets you run with it. Okay. So are you guys docking? Are you not docking?
Yes. So
I'm
obviously
older than old man thinking
we-
you can just ship on.
we'll look for an open dock and dock up.
Okay, there's only like so there's room for 10 ships either side this singular like long port. There's a couple ships already ported and a familiar, very small vessel tied up next to the dock. You recognise it to be Tasker's boat.
Hmm. I mean, it's a tiny little.
Any
boat.
sign of her?
She's not on the port.
I mean, is there a space near hers?
Yeah.
Well, we'll park on the sort of near her.
Park up next to her.
Yeah, we'd probably just flatten her ship though. If we just like straight up park next to her. But
I'm not gonna lie, if you're gonna park up next to her, that's gonna be a
yeah, we won't park.
vehicle handling check.
Yeah, we won't park next to her, but close enough.
It's not cool. Okay. I mean, there's loads of room on this. Like, it's the longest dock you've ever seen,
Cool.
and it looks like splintered wood. It seems like it's a bunch of leftover planks of wood that have just been patched together, but you know, it seems stable enough.
You think they'd have better stuff? Fair enough.
Oh. Who wants
Yeah,
to
this is
spend-
our
Called
side.
the wreckage. It's
Yeah,
called,
it's called
the
the
wreckage
wreckage.
for a reason.
It's called the
They
wreckage.
use
who
the
wants to
wreckage.
spend their hard-earned treasure on a home base to share with other people?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Who actually
can be our
resides
mission.
here? Is it just the council?
So this is so Alarias and Elizora, both well versed in pirate knowledge. You know that the council have their meetings here. This is like a pirate stronghold. If there was ever war, this actually specifically was the grounds. This is the area where a truce was formed between the pirates to basically have a pirate council and to have an agreed we're not all going to kill each other anymore, because if we do, we're soon going to run out of pirates. And it mainly started happening around the fleet's kind of increase in notoriety.
It's basically head
I
office.
need to go stick a dummy in my child's gob quickly. Could you all talk amongst yourselves / decide what you want to do
Yep.
in the next few moments once you're docked?
So probably going to need to obviously declare that we are here. And,
Yeah.
And state our
Why
business.
we're here,
And state exactly. And it'd be interesting because I think if Tasker's ship is here, that means she's likely given our message out to people, so they may even know us since we sent out that message.
How did she get here faster than we did?
Smaller boat.
It is a
yeah. No,
smaller
but we
boat.
took a short.
We took a shortcut. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And that
took
was
the
like-
shortest shortcut
Must have taken a
available.
better shortcut.
Yeah. So I
That
don't.
was for like 4 weeks to a week or something
Yeah.
crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. We shortened a month down to a week.
And we told her we'll meet her there in a month.
Hmm.
Mm.
The
Suspicious.
shenanigans have been going on.
I think we could scope out some crew upgrades, as in
Mm-hmm.
new recruits.
Yeah.
Trade out some of the weak blood.
Maybe. I mean, we could see if people are wanting to like switch out. I suppose. Yeah. Because we're too like crew wise. I think we're at. Where are we at? 29. We're only missing one, technically. But that
No, Slayer's leaving us, right?
yeah. So we'll be down by 2.
And potentially more.
But then potentially, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many people we lose, and then see anyone who's looking to potentially change ship from maybe a different crew to ours. We can hold 20 passengers as well on top of the crew somehow, supposedly. But I imagine a lot of that is based on
So if you imagine like the crew quarters are it's like a rotation, so there's always spare beds, like a hot desk situation.
But yeah, it could be worth just seeing if if there's any crew willing to join us.
The other thing not to forget with the old passenger situation is you've got a lot of rooms that you're not really using.
Yeah, true.
Think about it on the actual ship.
Mm.
So that can have like beds in it, sleeping bags, anything along those lines.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good idea. We can start producing stuff.
Yeah, we can ask around for that, but I think we're gonna that will probably be after, because I think after the funeral we'll probably have a little bit more notoriety as the people who brought him
Yeah.
here. People will know us probably better then, because if we
That's
just rock up and go, oh, by the way, who's gonna
Yeah.
who's gonna
I
know
think
that?
definitely brand awareness is first priority, so we should get that funeral done as soon as possible, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's my idea, is that we just get in,
Yeah.
say why we're here, announce ourselves basically.
I think Cantrip as well.
Find where we put Bloodbeard's body from one of the officials, and do that funeral basically. Maybe mingle and get us all well known better with some of the other crews, especially the other council members and stuff. Things like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, use the crew to spread our word across the wreckage.
Yeah, for sure.
Not Joylif's word.
I'm sure.
Well, that's just their
No,
choice.
Joel,
That is
that's
their
part-
choice.
That's part and parcel, isn't it? That's like part of the message, isn't it? But
It's a mission.
Shit.
definitely feels like a mission. But it's yeah, it'll at least start getting that word in, so when people do say who we are, they'll go, oh, it's those people.
Do we have a name? What's our gang called?
We don't know. Apparently that's dictated by the public. A crew doesn't choose their own name.
Do we have any inkling of what the public? I guess this is our first meeting with them.
Yeah, I think this will be us finding out what our names are. But then the question is, like, at what point did we start getting the name? Under Kethra's rule, Grizel's rule, or Vaela's rule? Because that might dictate the name. Like, because Grizel was the captain for quite a long time, so was Kethra. Like, that might be, we might even just be the
Gazoo
storm.
wasn't captain for that long.
Was she not? Oh no, Grizel. No,
Gazoo wasn't.
no, Grizel wasn't.
Gazoo was only captain for about best part of like 2 weeks or so.
So yeah, even
was
Kethra, like,
captain.
it might be like we could be the Stormbringer pirates, so you don't know. But yeah, we'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out. But we'd obviously use that name to our advantage, as to so on and so forth. But yeah, so we'll do that. We'll dock up. Find, I don't know. I don't even know how you find an official on a pirate island.
There isn't going to be one, I imagine.
No, so we'll have to try and find.
Reception.
Well,
Who's
or
going-
use Kethra's Alarias and Elizora's knowledge as to finding another council member or someone like that.
No, I Bill.
What about him? Well, he's not a council member, is he?
No, what does he know? He might know more than us.
Well, maybe, yeah. Just basically people who know pirates to find out, right, who can we tell? Because you don't want to just tell it a random other person that we've got Bloodbeard's body, because you don't know how they feel about him,
Get swindled for it.
basically. Oh, yeah, we'll take him. Just dump him off the sea.
Well, there's rooms where the council meet, isn't there?
Well, this is it. We just got to find it. We don't want to just walk around with Bloodbeard's body. We just want to, we just...
Oh no, we leave it on the ship and then we go to the council say, "What's up, bitches?
Yeah.
we got a body for you."
Yeah. It's just finding it. That's all. But basically,
It's still a bit ripe on our ship. It's stewing in a bit of wine,
Yeah.
but
yeah, that's
It'd be
God knows what
alright.
condition that's going to be in. But yeah, So we'll do that basically. We'll dock up and try and find
Okay.
where the council are.
So, you guys dock up and you start getting off onto the main sort of platform and begin walking up. You do that. Does anybody get any supplies or anything, or do you just literally clothes are in, stuff you've got on? I only question this because there is a large difference for some people on what they wear on board the ship and what they wear when they're leaving the ship.
I'll probably wear clean clothes.
So you'll
You
go
know,
get
change into a better attire
I mean, this
Okay,
is
as we're
a.
going on.
I mean, what is the pirate code for this? Do we not? Do we bring weapons? Do we not bring weapons? I
You can
wouldn't
bring weapons. It's if you draw them.
Fine.
Essentially, yeah, you're allowed to show that you're a mean-ass pair of people, a
Mhm.
collection of people, but you're not allowed to actually be a badass collection.
That's fine. So I will take my gear basically, as far as she's concerned. As she normally would on like a mission, I guess. That's from Vaela's standpoint anyway.
We're magic users. Just bring the staff.
So you guys are all going to like.
the man with his staff.
So what are all the officers doing in the wreckage?
So they're all like basically going around trying to find an official. Is that correct?
Basically, all find the council.
Can Umbra go off to find the dwarf that the weird vulture dude told me about?
Okay, so
Do
you're
we
going to
need
look
to
for
give
a
the
fancy
crew their
dwarf.
shares?
Sorry?
Of what? Shares of what?
I leave that to you. Are you going to give the crew their shares before they go off to the wreckage?
Oh, I see. What is the? How much did we?
I have a calculator. Just tell me how much gold you've got for the ship.
Well, we've got a fair amount of gold. The question is how much of that we split out. Because we've got 4,380 gold. Now I'm not going to split all that out to everybody. You want to keep.
Split out the 300.
What, 30 gold.
Well, it's
10 gold
it's
each.
It's out to 30 crew essentially.
Doesn't
Yeah.
I will say it doesn't actually work that way in the sense of
because
with
it's
pirates, Elizora and Alarias would know that officers get different portions for
I see.
rank, and then regular deckhand crew will get a lesser portion.
Right, got
for
you.
rank.
Well, shall we say what 500? So we see how 500
Well,
splits
if
out.
you watch the calculator
Yeah.
out of it, just so that we know what. Because
I'm just
Yeah.
finding my.
So-
There it is.
Arthur, do we have a wreckage map? Just so we know what we're dealing with.
You do. I will put you on it in a moment.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, for example, with the how much did you say was total? About 4,000.
4,300. Yeah,
for example.
4,300. Yeah, 4,000.
Okay, so 4,000. So 500 goes to the captain, 500 will go to the quartermaster, 375 goes to the navigator, 375 to the boatswain, 375 to the master gunner, 312 to the doctor, and then the other crew get 125 each. And
Good
the
luck.
what
ship
about the first mate?
and the ship gets left with 313. Apologies. Add the first mate because you didn't have one at the time, so I removed it from the cap. Bloody hell.
Rude.
I don't think we'd give that much out. That seems like a lot,
Hmm.
and that would leave us with not a lot of reserve.
Okay, so essentially what I'm going to
Well,
say.
it's assuming that as an officer you actually take it or not.
Well, this is a pirate crew we're talking. I can't imagine any of the officers are going to put their money back in. But
You are the captain. You can put
No
your
one-
money back in.
No one has savings.
true. No.
I believe the first mate would get the same as the navigator, boatswain, and master gunner,
Makes sense.
if I remember correctly.
Shall we say 1,000 then? Should we just bump it up to 1,000? Split 1,000 out. That'll leave us with 3,300.
But a portion of that money the ship keeps anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying because
So no, but a portion of that 1,000 the ship keeps in the calculator.
The ship only keeps like a remainder essentially when you can't divide it. That's how this calculator works.
Yeah.
So if you want to do like a specific sum,
so yeah, the ship won't get like 5%. It's whatever's left. So assume you're not getting any left, and then anything you do get is just I'm thinking of just to give 1,000 out personally.
okay. So if it's 1,000, the captain will get 125, quartermaster 125, navigator 93, boatswain, master gunner, and first mate the same. Doctor will get 78, and the rest of the crew will leave with 31 gold, which is still a fairly decent amount, really,
Yeah.
if we're talking about living wages.
Yeah. That should be all right. Anyone disagree?
Don't know.
You can keep 83 for the ship, so you only have to deduct from the ship 917.
917. All right. Minus 917.
So sorry, how much each do we get?
So you will get 31 gold, Umbra.
And Vaela, sorry, and Vaela gets how much?
Vaela will get 125.
Cool.
Sorry, how much?
Alarias
Yeah.
will get 93.
Okay.
Elizora will get 93. Tim will get 78.
Got it.
These numbers are based on actual historical shares that pirates would give out.
Nice.
Wow, based on the rolls.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Ah.
But, you know, transferred to D&D with gold instead of like
Yeah.
doubloons.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
What a hearty doubloon that is.
Indeed. Let's put you on the wreckage.
Nice. That's not as big as
Now,
I. Okay.
each one of those. Okay, so there is multiple layers to this.
Right.
This is the best map I found to represent it.
No, that's good.
Each square is 10 feet.
Sorry, whenever you say something like that, it's like, right, combat in case combat happens.
Each square is 10 feet. Don't panic. It's just to give you scale.
How high up is this thing then? Out of interest, like if that's the bottom floor, how many?
With that.
How big are we talking? Is it like a fortress? Is it just like a bunch of ships?
Yes, it's a fortress.
It's a fortress. It's
Right.
it's built of like galleons, frigates. Think of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, where you've
Shipwreck
got that
Cove.
Shipwreck Cove, where you've got like ship built upon ship built upon ship. It's that kind of thing, but you've got a situation where you've got a 360 round 40 gunner at least, and you've got multiple decks laid upon each other to eventually, like, very high up quarter decks
Wow,
and
sick.
top decks extending up with 300 feet tall masts.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at it now. That makes a lot more sense. Gotcha. Cool.
Funnily enough, they didn't have a Shipwreck Cove map. I was disappointed. But you know, this was close as I could get.
So yeah,
Yes, welcome to the wreckage.
So yeah, I'm assuming there's no one on the pier to greet us.
No.
Cool. So I guess we'll just head through that front door then.
As you head through, you hear laughter and drinking and shanty tunes, and everyone is being very, very merry. But what you notice with people dancing around is there is a small pedestal in the center with a golden chalice in the middle. It is a very large chalice. And the first thing you hear when you enter the door is the ringing noise, but it very quickly fades away.
Strange. So I will sort of turn to Elizora and Alarias and go, right, you see any council members or anyone important here that we can, speak to?
Are there any traditions that every pirate has to do? Like, if it's your first time or whatever, you have to do.
So Elizora would know first captaincy has to get blinding drunk. Like blinding drunk. Like the without telling them as well, the crew has to attempt to get the captain blinding drunk.
Fantastic.
Alarias, you would be aware of this as well.
She's gonna be
Trying to usher her to the bar soon, ASAP.
But is
If
there any other
they've been a
traditions
captain
like?
before, it doesn't count. But if they're new to captaincy, then yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are there any other like? You always chuck a gold into the chalice or whatever, or
Yeah.
Don't touch the chalice.
anything like that.
Is there any secret handshakes?
Nobody touch the chalice. There's no secret handshakes unless you already know someone and have made a secret handshake with them. It's all about being merry unless the Pirate Council are having a meeting or there is a reason that they've all been around. But while that's not happening, it's party time.
So the Pirate Council aren't always actually at the wreckage.
Not always, no. They're out sailing and that kind of thing. But yeah, if you know if anyone knocks over this golden chalice, or this golden chalice is hurt, damaged, anything in any way, moved, stolen. God, the last time it was stolen, Elizora and Alarias, you remember this? Someone was hideously reprimanded.
Is it
Torture,
just laid
lashes, it
out?
was
That's
awful.
that's that's
Oh.
that's not the kind of information we want a changeling to know about.
Is it just laid out, this golden chalice, just like
It's on a
easy
pedestal,
pickings? Okay.
so anyone would be able to see you take it, most likely.
It's in the center of the room, like.
Is this information relayed?
I don't know, is it?
I think
But
it's
what's
worth...
what's the reason for it not being moved?
The reason for it not being moved is it is the sacred reasoning for the truce. That is the chalice that the original Pirate Council made their truce upon.
Wow.
They
Shit.
all cut their blood into it, as well as putting
That's
pieces of 8 into it.
Is it magical, or is it just like symbolic?
It's symbolic, mainly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So no benefit, say, in potion
No,
making or
no,
anything
no.
like
There's no benefit to it. It's a symbolic thing. But it has been told, but you don't know if this is true or not. But apparently, this is the way to call back the Pirate Council. But again, it doesn't really make any sense to you because it's not magical, so you're not really sure how it would work.
Pull back.
that.
For all of
Sense to
y'all
make it.
newbies, be warned that you must never touch the chalice on pain of death.
Worse than death.
Now, the Pirate Council do not like it, but it is still on display for just to see someone who's gonna try. Now, please don't try, otherwise I'm gonna take much delight in watching you die.
That includes you, Umbra. No funny business.
Are there any dwarves, Arthur, around here that I can see?
Roll a perception check.
Yes. Can we go to the bar?
Okay, so there's no like proper bar. You just find that around you, like there are these barrels, and they're just open.
Let's go
Open
for it.
bar.
It's literally
Free.
just like people.
Wow.
Basically, for Alarias and Elizora, every ship that comes brings their own rum,
Oh shit.
and it's kind of like share alike at this place.
We haven't brought anything.
No.
Yeah, I'd probably
I've got
try
the
it.
alcohol
Ours is
jug.
still on the ship. It's
I've got the alchemy
we
jug.
save the good stuff for later.
Okay.
Like
I got 13.
it doesn't
by the
matter
way.
if you don't bring something on the night. The whole point of this place is like this is where you have your camaraderie of we're all pirates, we'll steal from sometimes each other.
Yeah.
Like someone who's stolen from someone might meet up here in a week's time and just be like, "Hey, you remember that time when I stole from you? That was great, right? Yeah,
We're all
come
good.
on.
Oh god.
Hilarious. You got me a drink." Oh, well, all over then, isn't it? It's that kind of place.
It's precisely.
I got 13 on the perception roll, by the way.
13. There are a few dwarfs here. None that particularly catch your eye.
I'll just go up to the biggest concentration of dwarfs.
Okay, there's like 3 dwarves chatting to each other.
I'll go up to them.
Oh god. Oh no.
Do you say anything, or do you just stand awkwardly behind them?
Just gonna kind of appear behind them and wait for them to acknowledge me.
They don't.
That's all. All right, then
They're getting drunk with their pals. They don't.
I'll pull up a chair and sit next to them.
Okay.
Sounds so
one
familiar.
turns to you and just goes, "Are you lost, pal?" Pardon, what was that? I didn't quite get you through your mask there.
I'm looking for a dwarf.
Well,
I
I found 3.
I'm gonna hold up the electrum piece and say, "Does this mean anything to any of you?"
They're all wide-eyed for a minute.
Ooh,
And where did you get that?
That's my business. Now, do you know this dwarf or not?
Look, pal, we don't want any trouble, all right? You might want to take that to one of the council or whatever, or I don't know what, but we don't want any trouble. And they literally move away from you.
I'm gonna grab one of their wrists. Just
Roll
to like
sleight
kind
of
of.
hand.
Okay. I'm gonna use a lucky point.
Oh my god.
Um,
That's your last one,
oh,
isn't it?
right, okay.
Isn't that
No,
yours?
I've got a new one. I've got a new
Oh,
set
you got a
now.
new set. Okay. Got to always keep track of your lucky points. I feel like you just,
It's worth it for this, I think. 19.
Okay, you manage to clasp, and he's like, "Right, pal," he said, "don't want any trouble.
We don't want any trouble.
This is a place of peace, sanctuary, and good laughs, and fine alcohol.
If you don't want any trouble, you can direct me to the dwarf who knows what to do with this.
I don't know about the dwarf that might know what to do with that. We don't. I suggest that you stop being a racist, expecting me to know the right dwarf, and you go ahead and fuck off."
Is there anyone here who would know which dwarf?
I don't know. Maybe go ask Captain Bolt. He's somewhere over here.
Point him out to me.
Check. Can't see him. He's like, "I don't know. His ship's docked outside. Look for the one with the massive metal rod in it."
Shut the captain. I'll find him myself.
They start laughing after you leave.
I was saying, did they not give me a description of the captain?
Sorry, no, I didn't hear you. I thought you left.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I just said to them, give me a description of the captain. I'll find him.
he's a human. Scraggly beard. Looks like he's been recently struck by lightning. I don't know. It's his theme or something. That's terrible.
Oh, Captain Bolt. Oh dear.
What a
Okay.
creep.
I'll let him go, and I'm gonna go looking for Captain Bolt.
And now they start laughing as you leave.
Is there no Captain Bolt?
Yeah, just take the piss.
We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come back to that. I'm gonna get back after the dwarves.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Tim's filling his alchemy jug from one of the barrels.
Is there a high table in the middle?
So
That's the
that
pedestal.
that pedestal
that's-
is the middle, and then
And like the
big
tables around it.
side. Yeah.
Okay. I might go up and sit up there.
Okay. There's quite a hustle and bustle crowd. You got people like standing on chairs, some of them standing on the tables, regaling like a particular fight. It is drunken
Okay.
chaos.
Seems like that's where the action is.
And it's all over the place, really. And you definitely have a good few absolutely drunkards sitting, and when they see you sit down, they just slide in next to you, and they're just like, "You know, I had this one time where I swear I saw the Kraken had tentacles the size of... It was a giant octopus, you buffoon!" And just, you get that kind of vibe a lot.
People chatting shit.
People chatting shit.
I guess I'll turn to Elizora and go, well, looks like it's just me and you then. Everyone else seems to have fucked off.
Waiting for the council to show their faces. They're likely doing some internal business before that we can really catch their eye. Why don't we just grab a drink or two and just let some of those pesky little annoyances wash away? It is, after all, the Wreckage, one of the safest places in the seas for us pirates.
I suppose. Plus, we might find them, or at least member of their crew, in the amongst the gathering.
I'll be keeping an eye, for sure, for sure.
Well, if you see anyone, let me know. Right.
You're the first to know.
At this point, before you go off, you feel a pat on both your shoulders from behind you. It's Slayer. Look, I know I had a little bit of a breakdown and everything, but I just want to say it's been a wonderful ride. I had a lovely time, and I'd just like to apologise for the whole breakdown thing, but I think it's probably best if we part ways if you're going to be portal jumping.
That's fair enough. I mean, you're not a prisoner or anything. You're free to go as you wish. I wish all the best to you, Slayer. You've been a valuable asset to the crew, and they will miss you.
Thanks, Captain Vaela. I'm sure we'll be good friends in time. Probably will meet again. Elizora, and he like puts a hand out to clasp yours.
She'll
Elizora's-
do the shake as usual.
Do the shake, and he says, "As always, you're a pain in my ass, but I'd hate to miss it."
You wouldn't want it any other way, Slayer.
All. Now let's go get blind and drunk. And he walks off and goes finds a barrel and literally sticks his head in it.
Wow. I suppose that's the werewolf part, I guess, of him.
Nah, that's always been Slayer.
Probably the Australian part.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Assume what you wish.
Well, I guess we best get to mingling then.
What's through these doors? Sorry if I'm not interrupting you.
Just quickly, I'll say, Alarias, can I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh.
Yep.
And Tim, what was that question?
I just want to know what's through these doors. Is it all just sort of the same thing, does it seem? Or are there like shops and stuff?
So if you go, I'll say Tim's doing a little exploring. This one has a set of
Yeah.
stalls. At the moment they're empty, no one's there, but it looks like there's maybe like a blacksmith here, a leather worker. They kind of seemingly must go in and out. In here they do food.
Good to know.
It's like a food spot, and there's like barrels of fish and other stuff, and it looks like it's got like a singular cooker, and they just cook everything there and then.
Is this like a communal cooker where like you bring your own food, or are there like staff? How does it work?
There's no staff in there at the minute. You can kind of assume at this point, but it doesn't look like there's no signs on the door. There's no like particular chef or anything, and you see these hammocks around like all these different places that just allow it to be a communal sleeping area for anyone who's not currently part of the crew.
Right.
In here, not a right click, a normal click, thank you. In here you have like music. There's a bunch of different musical instruments. Assumingly they get brought out or they get played from here as like a little stage concert kind of thing. In here, armory. Lots and lots of cannonballs, like a ridiculous amount of cannonballs. And there's you can see there's a rope hanging down with kind of like a sling in it, which is either for pulling stuff up to the higher decks with the cannons or anywhere down. Speaking of, where you see this middle platform and everything and these tables, so in the corners there are some there are some like ladders to get up to higher decks.
Yeah.
Cool.
In this room, there's just some tables, chairs, as well as the sleeping bag arrangement.
Sorry, was that this one in the bottom left? That seems empty.
Yeah, bottom left, yeah. And
Excellent.
then this one, you see a bunch of like fish hooks, netting, that kind of equipment. And it looks like where there's holes in the side of the wood, there's like little dinghy boats and that kind of thing for people to go out foraging and stuff.
Nice.
Does Tim venture anywhere else?
Does he brave the ladders?
Not definitely not the ladders. He's not
By
a
the way,
fan.
they're not like regular ladders either. They're like rope ladders, like
Yeah,
a
no, thank you.
rope you'd have going up sails,
No, thank
main
you.
masts, and that kind of thing.
Just Tim? Can Tim? Because he's got with the show and everything. Can he navigate nets and things like
I
that?
don't know
It's
because
just-
he can definitely
can.
lift his own weight.
He can. It is, however, more difficult for him to do certain things.
Because I would imagine like a rope ladder, like because of the weight distribution of you,
Yeah.
it would just like go crazy. Surely.
Spaces, yeah. Depends on how
He'd
tall
be
he
hanging
is.
upside down pretty much the whole time.
And plus, like, yeah, because you're quite heavy, I would imagine.
It's more difficult
Yeah.
for Tim than
Tim's
it is
very
for
dense.
you,
Mm.
for example.
Yeah.
Like, it's Tortle as a race, it's more difficult to do
Yeah.
it.
Could you?
Doesn't mean you can't do it, just it's more difficult to do.
Yeah. Could you? I assume you got normal hands, haven't you? Your hands are normal.
Sorry, he's got claws, so no.
Oh, they're like this.
I don't know. It's claws. I think he's got like 3 or 4 claws, maybe. Because he can hold a great club and
Yeah.
he can use surgical instruments, presumably.
It's basically
You'd
like a
hope so.
palm and then
You'd
a
hope,
long
yeah.
claw.
Okay. If no one else is doing anything immediately, I need to find like a foraging buddy for now. So where is it? The far left one.
Yeah, far. This one.
I'm gonna scope out the talent.
You actually only find like one lone fisherman, and he's just sitting on the edge, and he's got a fish hook out there, and he's got a scraggly beard. He's human, and he's wearing a kind of like an old sailor's hat, where it's the front is the highest point, and then it curves back.
Right. Does he look capable?
He looks like a fine fisherman.
A fine fisherman. I would like to approach him.
How would you even? Yeah. How would you even know that?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, Tim's a forager.
I
Tim's
suppose,
a
Yeah.
well-versed forager.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 90% of Tim's life has been survival. You know.
That's true. Yeah.
Hail, friend! What are you fishing for?
I'm fishing for peace and quiet.
Oh, yes, very good, sir. I'll make it quick then. Where is your best hunter? I must be pointed to him or her.
Why do you need a hunter?
I seek to strengthen my crew.
I see. Well, all the best hunters I know are on my crew, so I'm not willing to give them over.
Oh, you have a hunting crew. This is very exciting.
Well, they do pretty well in my eyes.
Yes, what do you haul? More than peace and quiet, I'd wager.
Let's just call it that I haul whatever I need to haul at the time.
I suppose we'll move on then. So you're a captain, you say? Do you have any of your crew who are, disposable?
No, a captain that has disposable crew is a
No.
captain doing it wrong.
For pay!
Sorry, say that again?
For pay, for wage.
I'm looking to hire.
I pay pretty well.
You
Have you just come in here to poach my crew, or do you actually want to talk about something?
Well,
What's your name, Tortle?
Timothy.
Your name's Tim. You're Tortle Tim.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, well, perhaps I could talk to some of your hunters instead.
Well, if you're gonna try poach my crew,
No,
I don't think I'd like that to
I'm done
happen.
with that. I'm done with it. Certainly, completely. I can see you're way above my pay grade.
He wouldn't say
Oh.
pay grade.
He doesn't really turn round much, but as you say, no, he just turns around and gives you a glare. His eyes crazed wide as he looks at you, and his beard looks almost static. And he squints one eye and opens the other at you and says, "If I find out that my hunters have been spoken to by a turtle trying to hire them, I will cut you from the brisket and let
I thought
store and
violence was
feed
prohibited.
on your body.
Oh,
That can be arranged after being at the wreckage."
yeah. I get your meaning. I suppose I shall have to stay here and converse with you then.
Oh, for Pete's sake. What do you want to know, little Tortle?
I want to know about the undead of the depths of the blue rot.
I can't help you with that. All I know is it's terrible disease and not to be near it.
And you've never found of these reanimated bodies
Seen them once or
defending some sort of
twice.
treasure.
Seen them once or twice in my time. Terrible things. Killing them's not fun, not easy, especially if they get part of your own.
Run
He's
out.
thinking.
Yeah, Tim has no more reason to stay, unfortunately.
So what, he just turns around and leaves? We can come back to it if you want to have a
Yeah,
think.
I think so.
Okay, we'll pause that scene and we'll come back to Alarias. You're
18. It was. Yeah.
18.
Hmm?
Cool. Okay. Cool. You get a sensation, and then it's gone.
He's been scryed upon.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Just sensation.
It does.
Have I felt this sensation before?
Yes.
It's not a feeling since. I
I haven't felt this since.
Oh, quick question actually. Like, do the fleet know where this is?
You
Where the
don't know?
wreckage is? Okay,
You don't know?
don't know.
I mean, the fact that it's fleeting, it's gone. He's probably not as worried, possibly. But yeah.
Sure. Anyway, you're drinking and everything, and you're having a merry, merry time. Does anyone want to do anything else for the first night?
Still hunting information.
I mean, I think Vaela would still be trying to just pin down who she can tell about Bloodbeard. In her mind, she only really wants to tell one of the council because it's their business. Really, it's not really the business
So
of.
basically, you ask around about the council.
Yeah, if any of them are here, or whatever.
Okay, so you get told that apparently Captain Cross is here.
Right.
They call her Charlie Cross. She's here. And Captain Tyrrell Bolt is here.
Right.
Do a perception check for me.
Which of those two would Elizora have met before?
Elizora would have met both, actually. So you would have met Charlie Cross in passing. She, has a massive ship, bigger than any but doesn't hold that much firepower. The main purpose of the ship, which she calls the Temple, is it holds just so many different religions on it. It's basically Cleric Haven,
Mm.
and there's multiple different churches within it. Every deck has its own church, and they're all to the current deities and some of the old deities and everything. And it's kind of a acceptance of everybody else's religion in one place. And she calls herself Charlie Cross because she bears a symbol with a cross on it, and it's got in each segment of that cross as many different godlike symbolisms as possible. And she always says, well, if anything's going to save me, it's going to be someone else's god, so I might as well have them all on me.
Nice.
And she's a halfling.
That is a 26 on the perception.
26.
What about the other guy?
The other guy, Tyrrell Bolt, he's captain of the Lightning Bolt. He was more recently a captain You don't know the full details, but Bloodbeard was very close to him, and you're aware that apparently his life before, he was a fisherman. He lost his daughter to a lightning storm, and it kind of drove him a little bit mad. Ended up becoming a pirate. Found a way to harness lightning, so he basically has a massive lightning rod in his ship that takes the charge of the lightning, which he then fires out through this arcane cannon.
Sick.
Awesome.
And yeah, he's a little bit nuts, but
Alright.
Bloodbeard vouched
I
for him.
can handle nuts.
Bloodbeard always
Um,
vouched for him.
So based off that, I will cast message in as many directions as necessary to be like try and contact Bolt, Captain Bolt.
Oh,
be
you get a
like-
ping right around here.
Well, I'll tell you what the message is, then because it's a message, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, but
uh,
once you get a ping, you realise that it's sent, don't you? I thought. I might be wrong.
mhm.
Okay,
You point your finger toward a creature within range and whisper a message to the target, and only the target hears the message and will reply in a whisper only you can hear. So I'll let you
Yeah,
know
that's
if
true,
they
you can
reply.
say
Okay, you'll only know once you get a response. Okay, sorry,
So,
my bad.
Captain Bolt, we got a Captain Bloodbeard on our ship that I believe deserves the council's attention.
Okay, so Tim, quite suddenly, during that conversation, during your sudden silence, he just gets up really quickly.
Oh, you have decided to take me to your crew, I see.
Elizora, you hear? Where is he? Where is that old bastard?
I'll cast message again. His body lies on our ship.
You speak in riddles, woman. Old bite, where are you?
By my ship on the dock.
How will I know what you
Gather
look
the
like?
rest of the council and you've met me before. You can't miss my face, I'm sure.
Riddles it is. And he
Gather the
begins.
rest of the council and we can discuss.
Tim, you are completely ignored as he walks past you toward.
No reason not to follow him, right?
I don't see why you would.
Yeah.
I'll nudge the Vaela and be like, I got a hit on one of the council.
Oh,
We're gonna go out to our ship and they're gonna come out and meet us.
fantastic. Great work there,
you-
Elizora.
Did you say get the other council?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. So when he enters the room, you suddenly all hear this huge whistle. Everybody stops very momentarily, and you see just this long straw hat twist, and then begin like bobbing over amongst the crowd, and then everybody starts getting drunk again.
Oh, the halfling. Bobbing up and down.
Okay, Umbra. Can you roll a perception check?
Yep. Unnatural 20.
You see the ship near the wreckage docked. It has a massive metallic mast in the center without any sail upon it. As you walk up to it, you get a arcane sense. There's a magic emanating from somewhere within this ship. As you begin to go aboard, someone just stands before you, bearing dreadlocks, dark-skinned, and wearing kind of like green rags almost around him. And he looks at you and just goes, "Oh, what are you be coming onto my ship for?"
I'm looking for Captain Bolt. I was told this was his ship.
You want the captain?
Yes.
You'll have to wait, he's inside.
I need to go speak. Oh, inside the wreckage. Perhaps you can help me instead. Hold up the coin. I'm looking for a dwarf. Does this coin mean anything to you?
Looks like something the Pirate Council would carry. Maybe you're talking about Captain Dorado.
In Dorado? But I'm not familiar.
He's one of the Pirate Council. I think they all got a call. They'll be here in a few days.
Is he a dwarf?
Aye. What does that matter?
It has to be a dwarf.
Well, he is a dwarf.
Excellent, excellent. And you'll be here in a few days, you say?
Well, they all came running once they heard the call.
And what called them?
Well, 'twas a coin like that.
Hmm.
You don't
You
know
know-
much about what you're carrying, do you?
Perhaps you can enlighten me.
Well, I've told you all I know. Or entirely.
Can I roll inside? Does he know more about this coin than he's letting on?
Yeah, roll inside.
21?
He's on earnest.
Okay.
Knows
So
no more about that coin.
it's a coin linked to the pirate lords, but he doesn't know more about it, basically.
He just knows it's something that connects them. Something about the call relates to it. Doesn't know
Okay.
much else.
Okay. Is there a marketplace around here?
Of course. Go back onto the wreckage. Try the door on your right.
Okay. I appreciate your time. Okay, so Umbra definitely wants to wait for this Dorado guy. So, but for now, he's just gonna head to the market since he's
He-
not here yet.
So as you're leaving, he says, "Everything Irie, brother.
Say again.
Everything Irie, brother."
I don't know what he's saying. What is he saying?
Things okay.
Everything's okay.
Oh,
He's
okay.
saying everything's alright.
Irie, Irie.
Okay, good. I thought I was going crazy for him.
Alright.
That's fine.
Trust me to try fucking. Never mind.
No, it was good.
It's very
Umbra
good.
doesn't speak the
Everyone else
lingo.
got it. It's okay.
Umbra doesn't speak the lingo, man. Okay, neither do I.
Maskers over his ears.
Okay, cool.
As you start walking back,
Mhm.
you see Elizora and Vaela begin to come out, and then these doors open. The doors open behind them, and there is a human with a scraggly, static-like beard, which somewhat matches the description.
Oh, Captain Bolt.
Mm.
Okay, I'll go up to him.
And behind him is Tim.
I'll definitely go
Hello.
up to him then. Ah, Tim. And you must be Captain Bolt.
Oi.
Hold up the coin. Can you? I'm looking.
Now, where
Oh.
did you get that?
It was a gift. I'm seeking certain knowledge, and the individual I spoke to gifted me this coin and told me to seek out Captain Dorado. Is there anything you can possibly do to help or tell me about this coin?
He's been called. He'll be here, I don't know, in a week or two. He's never been good with times.
Oh god. And about the coin, what is it? What is the significance of the coin?
Well, until you tell me where you got it from, I ain't telling you shit.
What is he, like a vulture type thing?
Yeah, the vulture Aarakocran.
Can Elizora and Vaela see this go down? Because obviously, when I see Bolt come in, I would want to go over to him anyway.
Basically,
think-
yeah. So as you're sort of leading him, as you sort of lead over to your ship or plan to go over to your ship, you turn around to realise that Tyrrell Bolt's been stopped in his tracks and Umbra's in front of him.
I'll interrupt him and be like, "You got it by trade. All the fair and above board, Bolt."
Quite hard to find these kind of things in trade.
It was a worth of trade.
Why did you say Bloodbeard's body? And not just Bloodbeard?
Well, that will become.
Bluebeard is dead.
Yes.
It's currently decaying on the ship.
We are sorry.
Yes.
I'm
Well,
not sorry.
We preserved it as best we could.
Dear, and that's like Charlie Cross on the side just sort of goes, you might all want to stand back just for a minute. Now, Tyrrell, calm down. And he's just going red with rage. And his nostrils are flaring. And
we didn't kill him. Just so
he
you know.
grabs Umbra's wrist holding the coin.
Uh-oh.
And
Iris. Okay.
yeah, and he's been squeezing. And he says, is this his?
No.
No.
No,
It
I
doesn't
believe it's
look
still on his
good.
body. We
No.
haven't-
How do you know?
Because
Okay.
And he's squeezing really hard. Speaking of Umbra,
Is there any time for me to get to the situation?
Yup.
take 3 points of I don't know what this would be. Bludgeoning damage?
Bludgeoning.
Yeah. Why not?
Bludgeoning. As he's squeezing your wrist.
I suggest you let go of the wrist, Captain.
I suggest you let go of the coin, bird.
I got this coin through fair trade.
If I find out that's my friend's coin, you're gonna have to answer a lot of
Well,
questions.
Listen.
You believe me, Bloodbeard is my friend as much as yours. I
Yes,
was
he
devastated to understand
Roll persuasion,
Bloodbeard
Elizora.
was slayed.
We were his crew.
Persuasion.
With advantage.
16.
You can have advantage for
Ooh.
that last comment from Tim.
Okay. 16 still the better roll.
16. Okay. He releases Umbra. And he says, if that coin was Bloodbeard's, then you ain't even giving it to Captain Dorado, you're giving it to me.
Let's just go look at him and say, strong emotional reactions are a sign of weakness, Captain.
Umbra,
Umbra, you must simmer down.
He's not worth
And,
it, Captain. He's not worth it. Don't worry about him, Tyrrell. Don't worry about it. Let's just find out what these nice people have to say. Hey?
I'm gonna
Umbra,
very deliberately put the coin like back in the the pouch and just say,
Oh, I'll be conversing with Captain Dorado when he arrives.
The nostrils flare again.
Umbra, I think it's best if you say nothing for a while.
I think it's best the captain apologizes.
Umbra, let's go and get you a drink, shall we?
Good idea, Tim.
Yes, come on. I've found something that will interest you.
I mean, the captain's in the wrong, really. You know, I think he should apologize.
Is
Tim's
he?
like trying to
To be
forcefully
to be
pull
fair,
Umbra
if you
on it.
piss off a council member, Vaela's not going to stop that happening.
And if there's any justice amongst pirates, captain's in the wrong.
Well, who?
Duel this guy.
Yeah, right.
I demand a pirate council be convened.
Yeah. Okay.
Umber will allow himself to be led away by Tim.
Yep.
That bird's gonna get you into trouble.
Oh, we know. Trust me, he's on thin ice most of the time.
I hope he's worth it.
Potentially.
You'd be surprised.
He definitely has his uses. I can tell you that much.
He better start showing his uses more than his attitude.
We keep him. We make sure he doesn't interact with us more than he has to.
Plotting ways to kill this guy already.
But
Oh,
anyway,
he's plotting away himself.
I feel the most appropriate thing now is for us to show you Bloodbeard.
Kind of nods.
If you would follow us, and we'll lead him back to the ship. And obviously,
Now, I'll have you know that. Sorry, you go.
and obviously the lady as well.
Now, I'll have you know, we were not, myself and my Captain Vaela here, we're not actual crew members of the crew when Bloodbeard died. But I have a quite prime understanding that Bloodbeard was killed by the Commodore himself on the prison island next to the fleet.
Of course it was Cleric.
Yes.
Had a real problem. Bloodbeard. Poor Brennan there. Probably put him through hell beforehand.
I wasn't there.
I believe it
unfortunately.
was quick.
I hope so.
It was a nasty business. At least he's dead now, and it is a shame. But we
Well-
gotta continue on his legacy.
I believe Tim was there. Was he not?
Yeah.
We
Tim was there.
At this point, he turns around. The Tortle witnessed Bloodbeard's death.
Supposedly. That's what I've been told.
I believe so.
He puts an arm around you, Tim. He laughs shortly and suddenly goes, "Well, who'd have thought it? You are actually my key witness. What happened, little lad?"
I thought that we might get our bird friend a drink first. Perhaps
Yeah,
wait for tensions to settle a bit. It was a grisly business, as the mage said.
Alarias can jump down at some point. Jump down the banister. Intervene.
Yeah,
And help
I'll
out
message
the
Alarias.
flanks. You can fill in the flanks.
Message
Alarias.
Alarias.
Yeah, yeah.
Things are going down. Come help, please.
So I'm sure he knows Bolt in some way, shape or form. So he can back up. He can tell them the story
Who
about
el-
Credit.
Yeah.
Stabbing.
Was Alarias there as well? Who was? I can't remember who was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tim was
well,
like right.
Were we? We were
Tim
on
was
the beach.
right there
I
on the
thought.
beach.
Yeah.
A couple
Yeah.
of us were like hidden behind rocks, but we still saw it.
kept the stage to
Kefir
like
was
try
there.
and
I don't think
Bruce-
Bruce
heroics.
because I don't think
make sure
Bruce
everyone
was there.
stayed behind.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe he ran away. Yeah.
I mean, the key detail was that Zoro was brainwashed or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was against his will.
but most
Yeah,
likely
yeah,
betrayed.
yeah.
Most likely betrayed his captain.
Or was it?
Yeah. Well, it seemed because like his eyes flashed or something, right?
Yeah.
And he was listening to his commands as well.
Tim,
Yes.
you watched the entire thing. You saw snake-like eyes, snake-like green eyes on.
So the
Zoro.
fleet have some means of manipulation or mind control or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have the crown
Yeah.
and the whatever sword,
Scimitar. Yeah.
Skeletal scimitar.
Yes, it's not looking.
a bone scimitar.
Skeletal.
It's bone in my notes. I'm calling it bone.
Okay.
You approved these notes.
I did. Yeah, you can call it bone. Bones, fine. Okay, so you eventually lead him to the body.
Mhm.
As you get on board your ship, Elena is having a bit of an argument with Berry.
Right. Elizora, you show Bolt the Bloodbeard's body. I will sort this out.
All right.
Okay. I'll sort out the those two and reconvene when I can.
The basic gist of it is Elena's pissed because she's gotten hints or Graziel let slip that
God damn it.
Alarias remembered, got some of his memories back, and she's wondering why she hasn't too, and basically is saying that she will leave this crew and come back with a vengeance.
Right. I see.
And Barry's basically just trying to calm her down, just saying, "Don't you remember the good times we had? Oh, of course you don't."
Alaris will probably be walking by as well.
Yeah, you'll
As-
all
as this
see
is
this
happening.
cliff and kind of hear it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You get a point, Alarias, and then she'll be back to the argument.
Hey man.
Now, yes, it is true. We have given our first potion to Alarias. Now, this was mostly to test it, to see if there were any adverse effects. At the moment, there seems to be none. However, we would rather monitor him. After all, What good is getting your memory back if your brain suddenly explodes? After all, this is a Umbra medicine we are talking about. I believe.
Yes.
I mean, I heard.
Certain side effects.
Exactly, I heard that he gave Tim here some orange juice, and apparently he grew hands out of his mouths out of his hands.
It was a calming drop, actually.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
It didn't calm me one bit.
Wait, is Umbra here during this?
Umbra got dragged away.
well, you got
Yeah,
you got
we
taken.
wish you away.
If here, then I guess he would have just been dragged along by Tim.
So, so that's where we're currently at the moment.
Can you roll deception?
Yep.
Alarias was not a test.
No, he was not. Fortunately, my deception's not as good. Right. Okay. 15. No, wait. 12 plus. Yeah, 15.
15. She looks at you and she goes, very well. I would rather simply just take the solution because either way, I have either lost everything, so I might as well be dead.
I see.
Next time, if there's going to be a decision about my memory and how I get it back, I would rather be informed.
Very well. I will bear that in mind next time.
So where are one of these potions?
That you'll have to speak to Umbra about.
Where is he?
Inside getting drunk, I believe.
Great. Storms off.
This should be more entertaining. Having those two go at it. Obviously when she's not in earshot.
Okay, Elizora, you show the body to...
Once I've finished there, I will obviously start heading back to the Bloodbeard's body.
Okay, you'll be like 5 minutes behind.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, Elizora, you get to the body, you take it out of the barrel. I can't remember how he was
It was a
stored.
coffin. I
No,
think
it
it
was,
Coffin, sorry, you take him out.
Yeah, we made it in the coffin, but it's like filled with
red
wine.
Yeah, wine.
And what's the wine
No,
supposed to
I
do?
was not responsible. I was not responsible for the attempts at preservation. There was it was like this before I got here.
As you look at the body, it's not awfully preserved, but definitely there's like some
Blunt
very-
trauma.
Yeah, there's some like trauma to some of the parts of the body, and it kind of looks. You know what all the bodies look like in the marshlands in Lord of the Rings, in the Dead Marshes. It looks like that. That with bruises.
Lovely.
I have to say, never thought of preserving him, but I guess we'd never be able to know it was him if you didn't. He kinda looks the same.
You can still see his blood beard. That's his defining trait, at least.
Elizora, you spot Tyrrell put kind of like a gentle hand out and then kind of recoil it. And Charlie kind of looks up and grabs her pendant and just goes, "Oh, whatever regards I'm praying to right now, pray for his soul and his body and, you know, all that jazz. Thank you."
Well, it's got to work on one of them, I guess.
Now, feel free to search the body for his coin, if you wish.
Searches, they sort of, Charlie goes to do it and then Tyrrell kind of puts a hand out. It should be me. And
You have a better inkling of where he could hide it better than I would.
checks the body.
You know, it has crossed my mind that the vulture might have stolen it from Bloodbeard somehow.
How though?
No,
He's a weird vulture, man. I don't know.
he got apprehended by Cleric. But so
Yeah.
he probably doesn't have it.
Mm.
Cleric probably has
Because he
it.
hasn't got his weapons either. Those weapons were taken off him.
Yeah.
Did you get my message though, Arthur, on Discord?
I did.
Okay, good.
All I'm gonna
As long
say
as you
is,
do.
however you did this trade, there aren't that many of those Electrum pieces out there. Actually, to be specific, there's only about there's only 8 out there.
Now you have to believe me, but I witnessed the trade in person, and it was not Bluebeard that gave him the coin. And if the coin is off Bluebeard's, it's not by our design to get it, by his.
I'm gonna need another persuasion check.
I forgot Elizora was there.
It's an
Right,
18.
turning out to be very interesting.
18. Now I don't know why. Maybe you remind me of him or something, but I trust you. But whoever you got this from, I'd like to check that coin because I think it probably is his. There's only 8 in the world,
sure.
and chances are that other one ain't gonna be from him. That ain't gonna be from someone else.
There's a promise tied to that coin. I like to see it seen through before you register it yourself, if you don't mind.
I'll talk to Dorado after he gets it, but he'll get here soon, I'm sure.
I'm certain it will all get squared out in due time. It's just a matter of squaring which nut in the right time.
When I got the call, I didn't realize what it was for. I had a feeling it might be the funeral. I didn't want it to be. I didn't know who it was, but... And Charlie
Now
comes up
you
and just
see
says,
it in person.
I knew it was coming. Bastard's too bloody bold. Was too bloody bold. Again, sorry, thank God, whatever God it is.
I'm sure he's still around somewhere. With that, I don't have a doubt.
And they sort of say, well, thank you for bringing him. The true rites will do when all the council are here, but I don't know how long they'll take. Could be anywhere on the map. Chances are they'll be coming to the call. Assumedly, you're the ones that sent the lizard folk person. What's her name? That's it. I spoke to her, and she was the one that told me to make the call, and then you arrived, and I didn't really want to. Yeah, that's it. She's been wandering around. Tasca! That's her name? Right, if any of you want to
Yeah.
see her or anything, she's somewhere in the wreckage. I don't tend to keep track of anyone at all. Is that something I should bless? No, don't need.
Run do alright for the council, I'm sure with plenty of merrymaking in the meanwhile.
Aye, for the
And
night,
blood
you've
tears
done a
and
good
everything.
thing. Drink, be merry. Don't forget the rules. And she sort of gives a wink. Whoever your captain is fucked tonight. Because I ain't seen this ship in a while, and assumedly they're a newbie.
Yeah, you could say that.
Aye, I must be seeing drinks coming to that. Whoever she was. Assumedly she's your captain.
There she is, Captain Vaela. As if we're taught by the devil. Here she comes.
Oh, look,
Come
there
right
she
in.
is. Hello. Right, we've seen the body. I believe you in saying that it was simply by transaction. I will allow what processes you plan to go forth with to carry on. Now, tonight, you drink, be merry, in honor of our fallen comrade. And we will be holding the funeral once all the council are here.
Excellent.
Is there a particular name I should reference you by when saying you brought him back? Assumedly you're not his crew, this ain't the Cutlass.
No, this is Ooh. It's my charm. Well, as you may know, I'm Elizora told you, I'm Captain Vaela Crescent. This is the Bone Blade.
Sounds a lot like Bonebreaker, and it looks a bit familiar of the like.
From what I've heard from the previous captains and the crew, it is the same ship that they got from killing some undead person, and then they...
We helped him.
Ah, there you go. You helped him. A bit fuzzy on the details, but apparently they helped him. He restored the ship.
I don't give a shit.
I didn't really.
What am I
pay-
calling you when I have to tell people you're the ones that brought the body?
Does he mean like a crew name? What does he mean by
Captain,
Oh.
boy, are you happy with Captain Vaela's... Captain Vaela and her crew? You know what, I'm just gonna go with Captain
Oh.
Vaela and her crew, because I ain't heard of you,
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
if I'm honest.
Well, if you have to call us by a collective name, I would prefer if the crew is called the Crescent Moon Pirates.
Right, the Crescent Moon Pirates. Have you actually, done anything?
That sounds so cringe.
I was gonna say Crescent Guardians.
Alright. Doesn't mean she's good at picking names.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
Captain Vaela, Crescent, Captain Vaela, Screw, Crescent, Moon, what was it again? Crescent Moon,
Crescent Moon
Crew.
Pirates, and she'll put.
Crescent.
She kind of like
Pirates.
puff her chest up a little bit, in like proud of that
Oh.
name.
Okay, easy there, lass. We'll keep that in mind if I'm not too drunk to forget it. Now, for the merriment, and he kind of shoves you towards the door and says, "Bring all your crew. Come on, it's night for drinking."
Sure. She'll when she's sort of back outside, she'll summon the entire crew to, to time for commemoration and celebration, and to come over to the wreckage and, get drunk.
Right. There's only two things I really want to know.
Mm-hmm.
How hard is Elizora and Alarias trying to get Vaela drunk?
Oh, very hard. Very hard.
With
Right.
all her
That's hard.
wily charm.
Yeah.
I want
It's a tradition.
I want 2 persuasion checks.
I'm so
Or
glad.
Can I use
with
deception?
advantage. Or deception.
Oh,
However,
yeah.
however you
Reliant
handle
there.
it.
Well, Bolt already said it, didn't he?
No, I wasn't in the room.
Oh,
she
no,
wasn't
she
in the room.
wasn't.
Not
yeah.
Vaela, no.
Oh, okay.
With advantage.
Yeah, one of you do it with advantage. Or both of you do it
I
one.
got a +7 to my deception, so.
Yeah, you go.
I'd say 16 + 7, so 23.
Right. I don't know how you're going to manage this. You've got a Constitution saving throw with a DC of 23.
Can I even beat it? No, because my constitution is plus. I mean, that's a scare. Unless I get a nat 20, there's
Nat
no
20
way.
is probably your only way.
Because I've got a +2. If it was something else like Dex or something, you'd have been alright. But right, 20. Nope, that is I rolled a 2, so that is a 4.
This was that one.
Okay, so the merriment goes on.
Takes
and
nothing.
Vaela gets drunker and drunker to the point where even these events are a little bit blurry.
You know what? At least it wasn't Gruzeal, because that would not have taken very long at all.
So it would have just been absolutely smashed immediately. Umbra, you've done what you've done. Is there anything else you guys want to do for this evening's merriment?
It's bizarre, but I guess it might be shut at this time, so I'll go in the morning.
Yeah, nobody's on the actual stalls at the moment.
Okay, yeah.
Right, yeah.
The stalls are there, they're just empty.
If anything, I'd like to discern what this room is used for. Is it just spare or the bottom left one? Other than that, just enjoying the party, really.
So
Spreading the good word.
this one was cannonballs. Did I never mention that one?
Yeah, you said
this-
there's nothing apart from like tables and chairs and stuff.
It's just kind of it's like a lounge room basically. It's just a
Okay.
place where some people like sit, some people that are less interested in all the noise.
Grizzly will be in there.
Zeal will likely be in there, yeah.
Poor guy.
Sipping his water.
Yes, yeah.
Tim like pokes his head in. It's just like, oh, just recedes.
Oh, item. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
item.
I'll see you later. I'll see you around, Brazil.
But bite him. Bite. Oh.
Oh, I feel sorry for him.
Oh.
I feel sorry for Paul Grazil, man.
I do feel sorry for him. Maybe he could be like a page boy or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so what are the rest of you doing? Anything?
What a fall from grace, man, to go from captain to this.
Terrible. He should never have been captain to begin with, to be fair.
Mm.
Yeah,
Hey, destiny thrust upon you.
tell me about it.
Mm.
But yeah, I think Vaela's kind of out of it. I don't think with a roll of 4, I think she's
Ayla's fucked.
yeah, she's gone. So
So it's I'm basically asking Tim and Umbra. Oh,
Well-
that smirk.
well, Umbra's going to have Elena in his face, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Oh yeah.
So
see this kick
Umbra, Elena comes up to you and is like, "So where is it? Where is my memory potion? I know that you gave some to Alarias. Where is mine?"
First of all my memory potions, which I allowed Alarias to take, as I saw it as a good investment. However, you seem quite volatile, Elena.
Oh my god.
She looks at you and she says, "Well,
Well,
I may have to put on a bit of a show for the others, but I will be truthful to you as you have what
Oh.
I need that memory potion. I will not live without it. I am desperate. Very, very
Oh no,
desperate."
it's not something you want to tell Umbra.
You told her to go to Umbra.
Oh no.
Interesting.
what makes you so desperate for the memory potion? Is it simply a
Everything-
desire?
I cannot lose everything I am. I have trained too hard. I have put in too many long hours to find my technique. I find my hands failing to know which swift strike is the true one. To become the greatest swordsman, I must remember everything. And right now I cannot.
Well, it seems I have something you want. Perhaps you could give me something
Oh,
I
no.
want.
She kind of looks at you and then kind of strikes a slightly more seductive pose and is like, "What do you want, Umbra?"
Oh
God.
my god!
Oh no.
She
I'm
doesn't
just
know what
gonna
you
go.
mean.
This is gonna go completely over Umbra's head. And he's just gonna say,
Start stroking your arm.
Oh god.
Please, no physical contact.
Okay. If that's what you like.
What I would like is to know how, and give me an honest answer here, Elena. How's
thinking which one of my schemes do I want to talk to her about?
Have you heard Joylif?
what do you think of Berry?
What kind of scheme is? Okay.
He talks to me as if we know each other, but I know nothing about him. He seems sweet until he argues with me about why I have not been giving him memory potion.
Berry. Could you
So-
subdue Berry if it came down to
Of course, I could just subdue anyone. I could subdue a few if I really wanted to.
a bit further than subduing him?
I have no problem with subduing him now. I do not know what my memories are of him, but I see no problem with subduing him later. Are we talking killing or stopping?
Just
I'm
talk
just gonna
direct.
try to hold up a finger and say,
Hypothetically, if I was to request you to him to disappear, is that something you could do?
She puts up a hand to mirror yours and kind of leans in and is just like, hypothetically, I still have the memory of being called the Three-Clawed Devil. Do you know why I have that name?
I look around for like a claw.
I'm very good at killing people with my three blades.
You can have all the memory potion you want.
I am sure I only need one, as long as it works.
It works. I can guarantee it.
So give me one now.
I don't think. How do I know you'll kill Barry?
You want,
Hypothetically,
Why
do you want me to do it right now, or do you want me to do you want me to kill him now, and then I shall come back and what?
and then as soon as I confirm his death, the memory potion's yours.
My question to you is why do you
Wasting
want
no time.
why do you want him dead exactly? What has he ever done to you?
That will cost you another favor, Elena.
Oh.
I only question this because, well, killing a quartermaster on a ship that you're currently part of the crew is not necessarily a wise move.
He's a dangerous man. He's a thorn in my side. I need him removed.
Have you not tried coaxing him? I think I could do it quite well if I wanted to.
What did she say? Coaching him?
Coaxing him.
Oh, coaxing.
It seems that my charms do not work on you, but he seems a little bit sweet on me for some reason.
Getting him on your side is probably a lot better than killing him.
I'm only
This has been
saying
this has been like a long-standing grudge that Umbra's been nursing.
What?
all I'm saying is that I have been involved in many a thing, and I find certain charms get you far better places than a dead body being spotted.
True.
What?
Okay, actually, that's true. Actually, so Umbra's going to reconsider and say,
There is one other thing you could help me with.
Oh, and what is that?
There's a captain called Captain Paul. I have.
And who is he?
He's one of the council, but he's not the target here.
I'm going to hold up a certain vial, and I'm going to say to her,
Can you douse
Oh,
someone on
no.
the ship with this vial? It could be any member from the lowliest staff member.
Oh no.
And you have to do it without them knowing that you douse them.
Oh no.
So what am I doing? Am I pouring it in their drink? Or what did you say?
So I think she can. I think she can do it anyway. So any administration method. This is
Blue
my
rock.
last vial of blue route.
Oh
Ooh,
no!
okay,
I was
so-
asking about it.
Not here, man.
So she she looks
Take-
at it and she goes,
Yeah.
"It looks particularly unpleasant. Am I to give this to his crew specifically, or should I wait until we are less close? What kind of situation is this?"
I'm just thinking, can this be traced back to me? I don't think anyone knows that Umbra has any samples left. They might just assume I have.
Elizora already does.
I don't think I've ever explicitly said it.
You didn't say it to Alarias, did you? Because we were working on that whole mission together, really, with Blue Rock.
The only person that would know is Tim, because Tim was there while you were trying to recover some.
I reckon I could
Yeah.
blag it with Tim.
I don't. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I didn't remember. I don't
Okay.
know.
You said to the thingy person, crow person or vulture person you had more. Just out there weren't all your vials for
true.
Blue Rock.
I could just claim I was lying then to try and get money.
But I mean that's probably the closest Elizora has.
Yeah.
Is that?
I'm just thinking, what's the evidence trail potentially here?
Quite a lot, because
And also,
considering
not
you
really much-
considering you had that spat with him in front of all of us.
it's a massive leap to go from I had a disagreement with someone to they've infected my crew with blue
I
rot.
not really, considering it's
That's a
Umbra.
massive leap, man.
So
No, but he
no,
doesn't know
depends.
Umbra at all. That's like with all your context. He doesn't
Yeah.
know Umbra.
Bolt is aware that Tim is aware of what Blue Rot is, to the point where Tim's actually been involved with Blue Rot. He also knows that you and Tim are on the same crew, and he's also aware that you're a weirdo.
But Umbra doesn't know of Tim's connection.
That is true. I don't know
Ah,
that.
that is true.
Tim
That is
has
very
done it.
true.
So
So I leave it to you. What
then-
exactly
but then-
is the plan you're asking Elena?
But the thing is, like, even if we don't necessarily have grounds for the connection, he might. Considering
But,
it's,
but again, Umbra isn't aware of how he could make a connection back to him.
From Umbra's
yeah.
perspective, the only
True.
people who know are potentially Tim and
So
Elizora.
Yeah.
Elena asks you just like, is this something I should put down a drop and then step back? What kind of solution is this? Should I make sure to put it somewhere where it is not going to affect us? What kind of thing are we dealing with here?
How do ships carry water? Do they just have barrels of like fresh water or something that they just keep with them?
Yeah. So obviously this is a magical place, so some people just create food and water.
Okay. No, as in, but so they wouldn't have stores of water, but they would have stores of food or something, right?
They'll have stores
stores
of
of water.
food, and they'll still most likely have stores of water. It's just that some might carry spellcasters for the specific need of like, can you just produce food
Thing
and
is,
water every day?
Umbra's only frame of reference is the ship that he's on, which is there's like barrels of it and boxes of it.
Yeah. So from Umbra's perspective, there would be barrels of food
Okay.
and stuff.
Here's the deal then. She juices or does whatever she needs to do to get onto the ship. She douses one of the storage barrels. It has to be either food or water with the contents of the vial. That's it. Then she gets off.
Okay.
Probably quite easy for her to do, but harder for
Okay.
Umbra.
I don't know,
Optional.
man. Three-Quarter Devil don't sound like the most stealthiest of persons. But
She seems quite capable though.
She's an assassin.
Yeah.
yeah.
And if it helps her, I'll give her an invisibility potion to help carry it out.
That will be most beneficial.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can think of another way to perhaps get on board.
Tell you what,
I will say, how long are we going to be spending here? Because I don't want to do this and then end up in the same place as whatever you're planning on going off to happen and occur while we are still in the vicinity. Do you not think advised to maybe save this for, I don't know, maybe on the day we leave?
Probably makes sense.
We need to wait for the memory potion.
Ooh.
I could make a blood oath with you. I will carry out your task as long as you give me the memory potion now.
Ooh, how
I
does that
cannot
work?
break a blood oath.
Is this a legit thing? Does Umbra know about these?
This is not something that Umbra's necessarily seen or been aware of, but like the term blood oath entitles a thought of, well, this is binding. There's no like magical thing of like a blood oath. Once you take it, you have to do it, or you die.
It's like a Scout's honor type thing, or is it just
Yeah,
like a?
It's kind of like a Scout's honor type thing.
Sounds like a Scout's honor.
Intent definitely more meaning.
I don't think Umbra does Scout's honor, to be honest. I mean,
you've got your blood.
just
You've
say
got
to
your
her-
blood chosen, haven't you? So you're probably kind of somewhat similar to the concept.
Yeah, but that's transfusion.
No, I know, but you've done a
The
thing
concept. The concept
where
is there.
you've taken blood and formed a bond because of that. You know.
I
or a
wouldn't say
pact.
Umbra's formed any bonds. I'd say.
No,
it's more
but he's
just
at least simulated it, so he's at least aware that it exists.
Okay, I'm just gonna say to her, when you get on there, try and do one of the barrels, at the back, or something like that, rather than something they'd be likely to take, from the front. And then, but he wants it done now. And then as soon as she gets back, memory potion's hers, and she's got the invisibility potion to boot. Umbra is gonna sit very publicly in the dining area, so he's got plausible deniability.
What she's just gonna say is, look, I can do this, and I'm desperate enough to do it. But I will warn you, if we are here for however long, and this then becomes a problem for us, I am not adverse to pointing the
Your lips sealed, and if by some chance I'm discovered, I will not mention your involvement.
That's good to know. And she walks off to one side in a hidden corner, drinks
She want the invisibility? Oh, she does
drinks the
want it. Okay.
invisibility potion, and then you know what happens.
Okay. So let me minus a spell slot for
Unbelievable.
that.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Versus a
You
grudge
have
man.
no idea what you've done.
This is gonna be insane.
That's season 2's problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potentially means no funeral as well. If that
I'm going to tell you now, there's a week and a half No, there's 2 weeks of downtime.
Fuck.
Man, are they gonna? Surely they'd be eating food and stuff from the wreckage rather than on
No,
their ship.
but
That's what
everyone
I'm counting
they
on
don't
stuff.
make their own.
Everyone,
So
everyone brings stuff.
Remember what you said before? Everyone brings their own
Yeah.
stuff from the crew, from their ships. That
I
means
didn't know that. so-
means that thing that you've just contaminated is going to go to everybody, not just that
Hey, man,
crew. Everybody.
the only hard evidence is Elizora. Is Elena. So hopefully she doesn't talk.
Yeah, but you could accidentally kill one of us.
Or
You
yourself, because
wonderful
you,
twat.
or,
Well,
yourself,
well, I won't-
because
I won't.
you need to drink
You
water
think
as
Umbra
well.
eats?
He has to survive. He's not. He's
Umbra
not.
has to eat.
He's not immortal. He has to. He has to eat and drink. He has to.
I'm gonna go catch Tim later and suggest that we hunt for fish or something.
Yeah, well, but the thing, but this is the problem is that you don't know that that's going to come back to you because you didn't even know that now. So, would you necessarily go foraging for your own stuff as Umbra? I
No,
doubt
it's
it.
true. There'd be absolutely no reason for you to think until someone tells you such a thing.
Also,
So
when
someone
they
tells
see
you.
it being contaminated, as in if you put blue rot on food, like if you put on fruit,
I'm not saying anything. What's going on?
Yeah,
going to
but-
happen.
Would you not
Legit
notice?
that they give food to everyone. I thought it was just for their ship.
Should pay attention,
So
Haiss. It's your
No,
own fault for
it's
not paying
not.
attention.
Umber wouldn't know. How would he know?
He was
No one
there.
told him.
You wouldn't.
No, he
Yeah.
wasn't. He was off talking to dwarves.
Were we not?
Mm.
Was
I
that
was
not?
off talking to
Oh,
dwarves.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I suppose we all knew of the rum kegs, right? I mean,
Mm.
we haven't seen the diner in operation.
Look, it's happened now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's gonna happen. Okay, there's 2 weeks each day. From the beginning of the 2 weeks, a new council member arrives. First is Odana Eagle-Eye, a gnome with a bandana, one eye patch over, and you can see underneath the bandana is her pink hair, and she is sailing a flying ship, an airship, basically. It's got like a massive balloon on top, and it's called the Dancing Drake.
Cool.
Nice.
And she talks in a real high voice like this, and she's so happy just to be here. And nice to meet you, the Crescent Moon Pirates, because you're the ones that have brought Bloodbeard to their rightful home. When she comes in, she tosses an electrum piece into the chalice,
Nice.
and you hear an inordered ring cross. Alarias, I need you to do another wisdom saving throw, please.
Shit.
We get a long list.
What do you mean?
Yeah, you'll get your long rests. There's 2 long rests, so you can just take it now.
Unnatural 20.
Cool. On the day after, Halon Coy, an elvish captain, sailing on a ship with no sails as it docks. Now, when this ship arrives, you all get this vibrant pulse of magic. Elizora, trident, like, vibrates when this happens, but doesn't speak. And on top of that, Odana, like, really greets Eagle-Eye and everything, and she takes something out of her pocket, and again, pulse of this arcane power kind of washes over you specifically, Elizora, and you feel the trident kind of quake. And
Can I get
when
no?
she puts it away, it
Can
goes,
I get? When we get a chance, can I get no able to look open his map, see what's nearby?
So the oh god, I've forgotten what all the colours were.
Hang on.
Remind me.
Orange in the Dragon Spire, gold and white at the fleet, purple is the globe, green is the trident, blue is near the edge of Marikal in the north, but in the water, not land, and it's moving. Yellow, moving quickly across from northwest
That's it.
towards the northeast.
Yellow and blue are right next to you.
Right. It's complicating things. Sure.
Compass.
We don't know.
Make this easy for you.
Okay, choose
Um,
the compass, I imagine.
Compass in the ship, I imagine.
And
Either that or on a.
on the day after that, Captain Dolan Shade. So this is a ship that's black with owl-like figurehead, and it has such tall black sails that when you look up at it, it blocks out the sunlight, almost magically so. It suddenly becomes very dark around you when you look up at these sails. And they get out and arrive. Then it's Captain Cross. Not Captain Cross. It's Captain. And this is my other fun little thing. Captain Gandric Dorado of the Amethyst Baron. The Amethyst Baron is a purple and white ship. It is the most fabulous ship you've ever seen in your entire life. And it has like
Classic dwarf.
gem encrusted
Jeez.
on like the sails in his pirate symbol, which is literally like a skull with a dwarven beard made of gems.
Wow.
Fucking bling, man.
This
Yeah,
is the game we need
insane.
to
To the
talk to, by the
max.
way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Pimpin.
It's all like the sails are stripes of purple and gold. It's so incredibly decorative, and from the ship on a war horse, he like trots down and comes to the wreckage on a war horse.
Wow.
He's similarly dressed. It's fabulous. He wears a large hat with a massive blue feather sticking out of it, and gold earrings, very olive tanned skin, purple coat embroidered with gold. It's a very extreme sense of style.
I'll
Nice.
say. Wow.
Day after that, which I think is our final member. No, that's it. That's everybody. That's everybody. And as you all know, Pirate Council, they own regions of the map, essentially. So, like, the north of Flood, northwest of Flood, east of Flood, southeast, all that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Because the southwest is owned by the fleet, there is no Pirate Council member for that position.
Mhm.
Okay. So, on the final coin flip, the ring gets louder with each electrum landing in this chalice. And it rings out still, hitting the final one.
Umbra. Go.
Has Elena done the deed, by the way?
No, at this point. It's
Not yet,
been
okay.
it's been a week and a half. Seemingly there's not been an effect yet.
Has she come to me and said that she's done it though?
Oh yeah, no, she came back to you that night and basically said she managed it. She
I would
did
have
one of
given
the
her the
food.
memory potion the same night then.
Brilliant. On
So
that,
minus that.
Umbra, I am so indebted to you. This is all I've needed. Berry, I've been so mean to Berry, and she runs off. And then
Skill berry then.
throughout the weeks, she says to you, Vaela, she says, I have been terribly misbehaved, but you must understand I was in a very dark place. I am happy to work for you and to rise to the challenge. I must repay you for everything you have done for me, or at least everything that Umbra and this crew has done for me.
Okay. Sure.
Back.
Well, I'm glad that you are better. I can imagine, obviously, losing your memories to be very difficult, but I am glad you've got them back. And we will always welcome you as a member of our crew.
I will join you gladly and work twice as hard.
Excellent. That's very good to hear. Welcome aboard again, Elena.
Excellent. You notice over the next week, her and Barry spend a lot of time together.
She'll just
Okay.
she'll leave those two to it. She won't get involved in that one.
Hmm.
Can I approach the dwarf guy when I get a chance?
He's on his horse most of the time when you see him.
What?
He just stays on there.
Oh my god.
Oh, the
Easy.
horse in like the lounge area.
Oh yeah, no, he trots him in.
Wow.
Like when it comes to a door, he leans down to get the horse in.
I guess I'll just have to go out to him while he's on his horse.
This guy's basically a centaur at this point.
He loves his
Is it a
horse,
full
man.
size? Is it a full size horse or is it like a
It's-
pony?
it's-
'Cause it's a
It's a
dwarf.
black war horse.
Cool.
So he
So he's
is
huge.
huge, but without him.
Massive. So,
Wow.
like, yeah.
Okay, can I just approach him while he's on the horse?
He doesn't notice you at first, and then he sees you, and you're looking up at him, and he goes, "Easy, tornado. What is it?"
Ah, esteemed captain.
Taking a different approach this one.
I was directed to you. I'm searching for secrets on how to make a certain construct. And I was given a platinum coin and told to seek you out and that you could help me.
Electrum coin, wasn't it?
Electrum, sorry.
So, yeah, selection.
Yep.
Well, my dear friend, you must know that the Electrum coins are very much important to us council members. Interesting that you are looking for something that I actually recently gained. Where did you find this Electrum coin?
Gained. Umbra looks quite excited if he's talking about what he's talking about. He'll say,
It was, in all honesty, a very shady looking character. He seemed to be some kind of vulture or similar large bird of prey.
Kind of looks off into the distance thinking about it and goes, a vulture, how disgusting.
Did you say you had come into possession of a methodology, is it, to create a fleshy creature?
What is it you are looking for, my friend? I am not one for wasting my time.
My apologies. I wish to construct a magnificent body and animate it. It will be glorious, but secrets of the body are what I seek. But,
Great Cantrip Dorado is also interested in the body, but probably in different ways.
Oh,
Nice.
I suggest
just goes over Umbra's head again.
Yes, it will be glorious. Perhaps we could work together.
I recently just come into my hands something that I was thinking of using, but it did not look so beautiful to me, but perhaps you will have use of it. I am very interested in this coin. Captain Bolt told me you had it. And I suppose if you made a deal with someone else, I am happy to make a deal with you.
Save your prayers, Captain.
I'll take that Electrum and... How much gold do you have?
53 gold. And palladium.
Is that all?
Well, how much do you need?
Need probably none.
How much do
It
you
is
want?
not about need, my friend. It is all about the want, the urge that you can satisfy with such coin.
In all my worldly possessions, save for those which I need to construct the body, are yours for the taking if you'll give me the secrets of life.
And he leans down to you and he says, I tell you what, you look like a interesting kind of fellow. Perhaps you can service me instead. What kind of things are you capable of?
Great manner of things, Captain. I hope you are not squeamish. I specialize in the realms of the body and
Squeamish. The great Cantrip Dorado is never squeamish.
the mind. I specialize in matters of both the body and the mind. I am a specialist potion brewer. I could also construct prosthetics and replicate magical items.
See, I find that my outfit is always so miraculously beautiful, but sadly, my weapon always gets stained by blood. Can you maybe do anything to make sure that doesn't happen? I want it to glisten in the sun and reflect off my beautiful beard.
Yes, Captain. Yes.
So I've got all my magical tinkering, which I can make it glow with a light. I can put static visual effects on it. I can make it make a noise that he wants. I can make it give it a scent that he wants.
I wish it to smell like roses.
Okay. So I need to track these separately. So if you want it to smell like roses, that's 1 tinkering. And I guess he wants it to glow constantly as well, right?
And this will never fail. This will last my lifetime.
Yes, Captain.
Good.
Then he puts it on something else.
Till Umbra dies.
Have it glow and smell like roses, and I think may have a deal.
Okay, done. Immediately take the sword and apply the effects to it.
He trots back to his ship, and it's a 40 gunner. It's a man of war. This is a massive ship, and it is beautiful. And he goes on board, and as you go on board, he just says, "No, I will get it for you."
Very good, Captain.
He trots on board and he comes back with a manual for flesh golem.
Yes.
Umbra takes it with shaking hands. This is the most emotion he's felt in a very long time.
He says to you, "Now I will be taking that electrum."
Ah, yes. One moment, Captain. Morpheus.
Morpheus will come, like flying from wherever he was hiding.
My friend, we will have an amazing deal. Perhaps the most best transaction you have ever had. And maybe indeed a wonderful business relationship. But if that thing has to come near me again, I think that will be put at odds.
Yes, very good, Captain. Morpheus, be gone.
What the hell, man?
I really want to see Morpheus.
Tell me about it.
I think
And,
at this
uh,
point,
We might see it.
if anyone looks around, you'd notice this creature
It
flying
must stick
over.
out.
If the
Yeah, I
dude's
think-
flying
Well,
around,
well, it depends though. If he's outside, because this is all enclosed, isn't it? So if we're all inside and he's outside,
it's on his ship on the docks.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
wait,
so-
went
happy
out
for
to the
people to
docks, but
see it like flying around if you want, because yeah, he's like flying.
I think Haiss, it's time to describe.
Yeah, do you want to describe it? I think your descriptions are quite good. You know how I've.
Okay, so what you see is this tiny gargoyle-like creature, but instead of stone, it's leathery skin with taut pieces of Algura fur stretched over parts of it.
Oh.
His
Wow.
bone hands hold in place a giant wolf heart, like a rib cage, and this small skeletal skin-like creature has hand-like wings that are not leathery but skin-like in the sense as it flaps round after Umbra.
wow.
I think I got everything.
Yep, very good. Oh, it's got gems for eyes as well.
Oh, it's and you see ruby. Are they ruby?
Yeah, rubies. Yep.
Yeah, ruby. Fine. Ruby gems for eyes that pierce the very soul.
Isn't it beautiful?
Sinister little creature.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'll give him the platinum coin. You know, I'm kind of curious out of character what more I could do with it, but to Umbra, it's well worth the trade.
He
I keep saying platinum,
immediately,
electrum.
almost solemnly, begins trotting back towards the wreckage. He flips the coin in. There is a final ding. This is a very different ringing noise. Everyone is silent, and Gandrick just goes, "The preparations are almost done. Tomorrow, give Bloodbeard the funeral he deserves, and that is all thanks to." And he kind of looks over at Tyrrell for a second. And that is all thanks to the Crescent Moon Pirates.
Vaela will look very proud of herself.
The one sailing on the bone blade.
Woo!
There's a very much a look of kind of bit of shock, bit of awe, bit of what the fuck? Does anybody want to do anything else?
I run immediately back to the morgue, tell Morpheus I'm not to be disturbed, and just start reading the Flesh Golem manual.
Okay, so here's a fun thing about a Flesh Golem manual. I think we should talk about that outside of this.
Okay.
Because there's a few extra things to it.
Okay, that's fine then. But in terms of RP flavor, then Umbra will be like
Umbra will be in the.
rereading it basically. Yeah.
Okay, what is everyone else doing?
I would
Or
like.
does anybody want to do anything else?
I would like Tim to get in contact with the clerical crew. Learn from them.
Oh,
I
I'll-
think, but that can
I'll-
definitely happen in between sessions. I think because it'll be quite.
I'll show you around the temple.
Yes.
And,
do they have a joy lift section?
yes. Yes, they do.
Nice.
So a bugbear creature it's not a full church. It's simply a position on one of the decks. A lot of the old deities get the lower deck.
Mm-hmm.
Not
They
many
all
are
share it.
praying. Yeah, they all share it. Not many are praying to them. And there's a joylif sort of pedestal near to Schoolie, her mother, and Joe Neptia has one near to them, and further along, and you see this bugbear bearing the symbol of Joylif tattooed on his arm.
Right. Yeah. I mean.
Right.
Is the captain still with me?
Yes.
Um.
I'd love to show you around. Is there anything else you want to see?
Yes, I require your counsel.
What, the whole pirate council?
No, your counsel, just you.
All right.
I'm intrigued by this ship. How,
Holds the pendant up. Please be whichever god I'm talking to.
yes, I'm intrigued by the, diverse views that successfully coexist.
We have
Between
one
these
rule on this
planks?
ship. Everybody has their own beliefs, and people should be accepting of that. Faith is something that gives people something that they need out of life. And for that reason, we don't want to take that away from anybody. We want to give them whatever they need at the time. And all these gods exist. All of them have true power in a sense, and
But what
we
about
all... What about what?
what about the needs of the god?
Well, we hope that in this temple I have built, that these gods get some of that worship that they need to survive. I know that these are older deities, so not so many, but I try to, if there's a new person on board that seeks wisdom, I send them to the right people. I try to discuss what they're asking for out of life, and I try to find them where they truly belong.
Yeah, I suppose that's why. But what of yourself?
Well, it seems very hypocritical of me, but I've not really chosen a singular god. I can't.
You split
They
your
all...
devotion many ways.
I do. I do, because if I were to focus on a singular god in such a way, then how would I be fair to the people who focused on a different god? How would I be fair to all me crew? This way I can spread my love equally.
Hmm.
Benevolently, one might say.
Hmm. One might say, yes. Yes, I will speak with this bugbear fellow. Thank you. Thank you kindly.
I leave you to it. We can either do this now or do this in chat or however you want to
Chat. I think.
chat. Chat.
Mm.
Does anybody want to do anything else?
There were two things I wanted to do.
Cool.
One thing, I want to get the mind control medallion back. I don't know who has it though.
Vaela.
I think I gave it to Vaela. You think I could get it back, Captain?
What do you need it for?
I don't. Well, I don't think it serves you of any purpose right now. And it's something that might come in of use, seeing as I'm trying to track someone. The mind control magic might help.
That seems oddly mysterious. You're trying to track somebody, but yet you need the mind control.
It might help me in some way to connect to this magic.
That now, granted, you're much more magically inclined than I am, Alarias, but that doesn't make any sense to me. Now, why don't you try and... You can be honest with me. I am your captain after all. If you need this for a particular reason, then just tell me.
Okay, I think there might be someone tracking me. I can't be sure of who yet, but I think someone's trying to track my location. And right now, being at the wreckage, I think it's a dangerous place for them to get that info. And I think this medallion can help me block that magic out.
Can I roll insight on Alarias?
Do you think Vaela would believe that statement?
I think she does, but
What?
the thing is,
exact-
no one,
what I'm
nobody,
asking
nobody,
is, what
nobody.
part of that is your insight roll?
Mostly,
checking for?
mostly because she doesn't trust anyone to tell her the right answer the right first time. But
That's
Well,
fair
didn't.
enough. But what I'm asking
Yeah,
is,
that was the second time.
Yeah, that was the second time.
sorry,
what I'm asking is your insight roll. Is it what
what
particular thing
what
that you said
particular
are you
thing?
looking for is truth or not? Or like, what are you trying to
I think
get?
I suppose because I think ask like if he thinks he's being tracked, if that is what the real reason.
If he truthfully thinks he's being tracked. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll focus on that then.
Yeah.
Can I have an insight from Vaela and Alarias? You know what you should roll between deception and persuasion.
Okay.
Okay.
11.
Do I have to tell my role?
Message me your roll. And well, no, actually, I know what it was. He definitely thinks he's being tracked in some way.
Very well.
There's truth to that,
Yeah.
and part of you probably feels like he either wants this medallion to protect himself, in such a way, or he's maybe going to try use it for another means of protection, perhaps. But he's truthful in the sense that he is.
If I was to give this to you, do I have your word that I can get it back after we leave the wreckage? After all,
Yep.
I agree. We are in a place where it's best not the fleet to know where it is, if they don't know already. So or anyone really, if anyone who's trying to find you doesn't know, because I don't know it's a fleet, do I? If someone's trying to find you, this is not really the place we want to lead anyone to that has malicious intent towards us. When we leave, then I will ask for it back.
I completely agree. You're the captain. I only wanted it for the wreckage, so that we could block off whoever's trying to track me. It's for not just my protection, but everyone here.
Very well. I will trust you then, Alarias. And she'll take off the medallion and pass it over to Alarias.
Cool.
I'll take that.
Alright.
So you have
Yeah,
the
he'll put it
medallion
on.
back. And what else did you want to do, Alarias?
Yeah, I don't have to roleplay it, but I was gonna talk to I've forgotten his name, but the magical captain. Basically, they came in with the burst of magic. I don't know if I felt that particularly, but
Oh, Captain Halon Coy.
Well,
but just
there was two of them.
magic
Yeah.
emanate.
There was two of them, wasn't there?
And
that-
then Odana had magical emanate when she pulled something out of her pocket and then put it back.
Yeah, one was the ship and one was something that they had on them.
Oh right, probably the ship.
Okay,
He'll probably want to speak to him about maybe the artifacts, but also
we can
magics in
do
general.
that. I
Yeah.
think. Well, we can do that in chat, can't we?
Yeah.
Right then. Elizora, is there anything you want to do?
I'll probably do similar. The one I suspect having the compass.
We could probably do a three-way chat if you wanted, or we can
Yeah.
do like two separate ones if you're
Yeah.
speaking to Odana and you're speaking to Halon.
I mean, we could probably tag team it between
Yeah.
Alarias and Elizora.
We'll have a group chat at a later date. The morning of the funeral. You all are guided into like a queue-like thing along the dock. People are asked to get their ships like out of the way of one side.
Umbra wouldn't attend, by the way, unless he's made to.
I know he's in.
Okay, good.
fine.
Okay.
There is a rowboat at the base of the wreckage. Bloodbeard's body with some gold is placed in the boat. And the council members each stand round it. Now, at this point, among you, Berry steps forward and he just kind of looks around, a bit shaken for a second. And then his voice kind of picks up a bit on the wind. Fare thee well, my boy, as you wander this night. Be not feared in the darkness. My heart is your light. As you go, brave man of Varen, faith and love by your side. I will dream of your peace in the night. And the music starts now that I've just linked you. And as it starts, like people just begin to join in with him singing. And the chorus begins to go. The council each flick in a platinum coin into the boat. And as they do, they all step to one side. The final council member, Captain Tyrrell Bolt, flips a coin in and pushes the boat off. As it goes, they all aim a pistol and fire, like a firing squad, but they aim at the boat, making a hole. Then they aim again, making another hole. And as the boat's sailing along this dock, it begins to gently sink as it sails. Captains along the side flicking gold as it goes down. Elizora and Alarias.
Vaela will flick one in, obviously, as
Yeah. And I was going to say, Elizora and Alarias, you would know that it's respect to chuck in a gold as the boat sinks.
I'll do 3 because that rounds me out quite nicely.
Okay. Is anyone else chucking in gold?
I'll chuck, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do a piece.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
Yeah, mark off whatever you're chucking. Obviously, Umbra's not there. The boat continues to sink, gently being encumbered by the water till it's below the surface, and it keeps going down and down until you cannot see anything in the depths anymore. Everybody think about what they're doing. I just need to open the door.
Damn. That's it, he's gone.
Yeah. I don't even know what, like... I think... So you're already going to have a chat with somebody. Because I think now it's like a good time to think about what we're going to do next. And obviously we know we're going after the artifacts next.
Yeah.
But considering we've all felt that magic emanation, I think Vaela would need to talk to at least Elizora and Bill about what is very much likely two additional artifacts here at the Wreckage, and what we do about
Is
it.
it worth making a case for you, Vaela, becoming part of the council?
It would be good, and that she would definitely. The question is if it's too soon to like go, alright, what about can I like weasel into this gap? You know?
Well, it's
Well-
like it's one of those things where, like, if you assume the part, generally speaking, they will follow.
We've already got 2 artifacts, so we
And
can
we've got
prove our
Bid's
worth.
son.
Well, we don't know
Yeah.
that.
But we don't want to lead with that.
No.
Doesn't
Yeah.
someone know that?
Elizora
Elizora
knows that. And Elizora and Grizzy are the only ones that I think know that.
Yeah, Elizora
Okay.
and
Got
Grizzy will know
birthright.
that.
Well, they do, not us. Berry has a right, but
But I think
He
it's
could-
one
he
of those
could be the
things where
figurehead.
if you go up, if you be like, say, like, because obviously we know at least what is least one artifact there between the council. We can so we're also players in this artifact
Yeah.
game.
I'd like,
Elizora's got credibility in that itself anyway, because she's probably known around the other pirates
think-
that she's a artifact hunter.
yeah. I think it's worth. I think it's a good shout, though. I think it is worth. I think you're right. I think it's worth trying to see if Vaela can assume that spot on the council using the fact that we've got 2 artifacts to our name, and this is what we are going to do. This is what we know. We have a means to get them, and we are going to get them. But she feels that they are more likely to succeed over the fleet if the pirates come together, and the best way for her to do that is to become part of the council.
So as this boat's going down and you're all having these thoughts and plans and whatever else,
Yep.
you look off into the distance of where the boat eventually meets darkness, and there is a fleet of ships sailing towards you, and right at the wreckage, projected in a massive image, Commodore Cleric Kane speaks out to you all and says, "I didn't mean to interrupt, but I've come to ask for parley. And next time on Pirate Adventures for Season 2, what's gonna happen?
Well, shit.
Oh,
Tune in
sorry.
next time."
Should I be saying sorry?
Probably. Probably.
It might all be my fault.
You'll never know.
Oh shit, boys.
Damn it, Alarias.
Arthur, your song was excellent, by the way.